MasterChef is back.
I can go and win this.
2 expert judges to decide who wins.
We're looking for a great cook who can make it as a professional. Someone to turn out exceptional food under pressure.
I love cooking, I love doing it, I'm really passionate about it.
The prize, to work in a top restaurant.
This competition just gets tougher. Whoever wins, it's going to change their life.
I've always dreamed about having a restaurant.
MasterChef is going large. These 6 contestants all want to become the next star restaurant chef. But in this programme, only one winner will get through to Friday's quarter-final. They face 3 tough tests. They have to invent a dish from scratch.
Cod and honey and garlic don't belong together.
They have to survive the pressure of working in a professional kitchen.
Check on 1 more prawn bento, 1 veggie bento straight up.
And they have to impress the judges with their own recipes.
You can really cook.
All in just 2 days.
Welcome to MasterChef. What we want you to do today is cook us 1 decent plate of food. And at the end of this, 3 of you will be going home. Best of luck. Off you go.
It's the quick elimination test. Deciding which 3 stay are judges John Terode, top chef and restaurateur.
We're looking for skill, determination, somebody who has that inherent, inbuilt understanding of food and good food at that.
And food writer and ingredients expert Greg Wallace.
I want to see someone who can work and infuse some flavour into their food.
The contestants have 40 minutes to invent a dish and cook it from today's ingredients, which are cod, new potatoes, breadcrumbs, capers, fennel, lemons, thyme, green beans, parmesan, garlic and honey. "28-year-old Kay loves experimenting with whatever she has in the house.
I do just put ingredients together and hopefully it works at the end. Sometimes it doesn't, but...
Why are you here, Kay?
To be a bit more methodical about my cooking. At the moment, I'm a bit of kind of just bung it all in and see what happens.
Food journalist Phil dreams of opening a chain of bistros and hopes his technical skills will get him through to the next round.
I've been cooking since I was about 4. Got pictures of me with a rolling pin making jam tarts.
Phil, I've watched you chopping. You spend a bit of time in the kitchen, mate, don't you?
I've been cooking quite a few years, yeah.
Do you want to win?
Definitely want to win. I think it could open a million doors.
Hairdresser Carl is desperate to prove his cooking is good enough to make him a winner.
Carl, tell us what you're doing, mate.
It's going to be a tomato-based fish soup.
You're very nervous, Carl, aren't you?
Just a little bit.
Very nervous.
What one would expect.
To win MasterChef would be every aspiring chef's ultimate. I don't think there is a bigger prize for a non-professional chef.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are halfway there.
Dinner party cook Louise would love to open a cafe showcasing the food she loves to cook at home.
I just really enjoyed slaving over the kitchen hob. Friends would come round, have a nice meal. It's a bit unfortunate none of them returned the favours. It cost me a fortune.
So why are you here, Louise?
I just love cooking, really.
Are you a very good cook?
My friends tell me so. I don't know if I am.
Have any friends told you you're not a good cook?
A few of them.
You've got 10 minutes left, OK? Mike, what are you going to show us today which will make you be pushed through the next round?
I'm hoping that my food's got the flavours and flavours that match on the plate.
Mike, you say the right things.
Yeah.
The proof of the pudding's in the eating, yeah.
Postgraduate student Mike is torn between continuing his studies and a career in food.
With research, you might do something that takes 2 years to come to fruition, whereas in cookery, you've got something that takes 30, 45 seconds, and you've got something that people can eat and enjoy.
Accountant Carvey loves experimenting with food styles from around the world.
I'm very into Italian, like trying to make my own pastas. I'm quite into Thai.
Carvey, you confident?
If I can get through today, then I think that yeah, I can show you what I can do.
Good on you, Carvey. Thank you. You have just 4 minutes left.
Finished. That's it. Where you are is where you stay. That's it.
Nervous cook Carl is hoping his tomato and cod soup will be his ticket to the next round.
Now, Carl, you were so nervy. Are you OK now?
Yeah, I was got a bit panicky. I think I pulled it back together towards the end.
Rich tomatoes, soft fish, a little bit of parsley, not a huge amount. I think it's good.
I really, really like it, but watching you be so scared has really worried me.
Experimental K has made cod with stir-fried fennel with honey and lemon.
You said that you chuck things in and you just hope for the best.
Yeah.
So you're laughing and I've got to put it in my mouth. Honey and cod together. Doesn't sound very good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
International cook Carvey's dreams are resting on her lemon-crusted cod with thyme mash.
It's nice and crisp. It's cooked well. I quite like it.
Have you ever seen a recipe for lumpy mashed potato?
I always leave my mash a bit lumpy, but it is actually a deliberate thing.
Dinner party cook Louise has made pan-fried cod, potatoes and beans with a salsa verde.
I think all in all, that's not bad.
It's got some really good flavours, you know, the flavour of the sauce, the flavour of the fish. Are you happy with what you've done today?
Not really, no. I cooked that at home and probably would have pulled it off a lot better.
Will postgraduate student Mike's cod with garlic and honey beans and tomato and fennel sauce prove he can make a career out of food?
I can see component parts and some good ideas, but the whole, I'm afraid, is making a mess.
Messed it up, really.
There's 3 things I haven't really liked today, and 2 of them are on your plate. The fish looks absolutely awful. I'm really sorry, cod and honey and garlic don't belong together.
The garlic and the honey's an afterthought. I just thought, oh, I need to do something else, and all these things have conspired against me to do a really, really rotten plate of food.
That's it, your plate of food's conspired against you, Mike. It's the plate's fault.
Phil is showing off his technical skills with roasted cod with fennel, a bean and potato crush and a caper and cream sauce.
It doesn't agree with my palate. Cream and anchovies, to me, are not something which belong together in any way, fashion or form.
I don't think the butter beans bring anything to that potato at all. I think the potato's fine on its own. I think it's very nicely seasoned. And you've really worked your potatoes. Good boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Greg and I to make a decision. Thank you very much. See you later.
I've got to say, right from the off, I don't want Mike to ever cook for me ever again.
I think I just completely lost it, really. I didn't cook the way I normally cook, and, yeah, I think I messed it up.
That was awful.
Yeah.
That slug-looking piece of fish, it was really, really, really nasty.
I think Mike's got to go. There is only one certainty for the next round for me, and that's Louise.
If I got through, I'd be ecstatic. It'd be fantastic.
She's the only person who actually put up a whole dish which was well-constructed, well-balanced, nicely cooked fish, good sauce. She cooked a good plate of food.
Can we put her through?
Yeah. OK, we've got Kay. You know, I'm really sorry, fennel and honey together in a bowl, stir-fried in a pot with a piece of fish on top.
And it's this comment, I bung it in and sometimes it's great. That is terrifying.
I thought it was good, but I just did too much, probably, in the end.
I mean, at the moment, Kay's in a fairly lost situation.
Louise is through, and Mike and Kay are out. That means there's only 2 places left for either Carvey, Carl, or Phil.
OK, so let's talk about Phil. The fish was cooked well. It was just ill-conceived how it came together.
But watching the fella work, seeing him chop, means he must be spending time in the kitchen.
Talk to me about Carl.
Carl is possibly the most nervous contestant I have ever seen. But his fish soup, actually, I didn't mind it at all.
Will the dish override the panicking, or will the panicking override the dish?
I'm concerned for Carl's well-being in a professional kitchen. OK, so let's talk about Carvey. That piece of fish was so well done. Now, whether by accident or not, I don't know, because she did the lumpy mash.
Look, I don't mind lumpy mash. What I really take exception to is having someone standing in front of me defending it.
But she'll never do it again. You know the rules? 3 of you are staying, and 3 of you are going home.
Louise, you'll be here tomorrow.
Sorry. God.
Mike and Kay, sorry you're leaving us. Sorry, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We have to lose another one. Phil, we're going to give you another chance.
Thank you.
Carvey. Carl, sorry. Carvey, you're cooking again. Congratulations.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
When I was left up there against Carl, I didn't think I had a hope in hell. So yeah, I'm really, really happy.
Pretty shocked. Finally lost the butterflies, but yeah, very surprised.
When they said my name and said, "You're cooking tomorrow," I just thought, yes. So that was probably one of the best feelings in my life, actually. Really pleased.
For the moment, they can relax. But tomorrow, the pressure is on as they face 2 more daunting tests. It's early morning on the 2nd day, and the contestants arrive at Cocoon, a restaurant right in the heart of London's West End.
We're doing Pan Asian food today, which is a mixture of Japanese, Chinese and Thai. It's going to be hot, it's going to be busy, and I'll try not to make your life hell.
With 100 people booked for lunch, service is soon underway.
Check on, please. 1 more prawn bento, 1 veggie bento straight up.
Carvey is responsible for dim sum and side orders like edamame beans.
Okay, we got to check on, please. Go on, edamame, Carvey.
Carvey doesn't get off to a confident start.
Cooked,
I don't know
undercooked.
how it's supposed to be.
The head chef isn't impressed. Phil's working in the wok section, where he's in charge of stir-fried chili prawns.
Okay, we got to check on, please. 1 chili prawns. Yes, chef.
Phil needs to make this delicate dish look right, but he's taking far too long.
The quicker you are, the hotter the food will get to the customer, yeah? Check on, please. 1 more prawn bento, 1 veggie tempura.
2 minutes, chef.
Louise is making Thai vegetable curry and Japanese tempura,
This is going to be dangerous.
which is cooked in boiling hot oil.
Tempura veggie, where is it?
Yes, chef.
Louise's first attempt is delivered on time and impresses the chef.
Oh, it looks good, huh?
As Louise's tempura heads to the restaurant, Carvey's struggling to coordinate what goes with all her different dim sum dishes.
What sauce is on there, Carvey?
Sweet chilli.
Sweet chilli, I hope not. If you listened in the first place, we wouldn't have this problem, yeah?
The main thing is remembering what you've got left to do and trying to keep control of all the orders.
An hour in and the restaurant's full. Carvey's still feeling the heat and Phil's having problems with his chili prawns.
Chili prawns, how long, please, Phil? Phil, any time today, mate. If you go any slower, mate, you'll be going backwards, yeah? Well, you know those prawns there, Phil? Well, where is it?
There is a lot of heat and a lot of steam and a lot of noise.
It's been on order now for approximately 10 minutes, yes? Let's go, go, go.
Finally, Phil presents his carefully crafted dish to the pass.
Okay, whoa. It's horrible. Take it back, take it back.
It's not up to the chef's high standards. While Phil struggles to get up to speed, Louise is brimming with confidence.
Waiting chicken curry.
1 minute.
1 minute?
Yes, chef.
Sounds a bit ambitious to me.
This is miles easier than what I do for my job. Famous last words, eh? That's what I say.
When Louise delivers her curry on time, the chef is very impressed.
That's very nice, Louise. Well done, everybody. Good job.
With service over, John and Greg meet head chef Andrew Lassiter to see how the contestants got on.
Andrew, tell me about Louise.
I saw her jumping in there, you know. She was getting enthusiastic, which is really good.
How did Carvey get on?
She had quite an intricate job to wrap the dim sums, then realised that she was actually having to do a busy service and was kind of shocked by the whole thing.
And Phil? What about Phil?
Phil, once I gave him a bit of pressure, wasn't answering back to me, a little bit nervous, shaking like a leaf.
Andrew, if you're going to employ somebody, which one would you employ?
I think I would employ Louise because I think she got more involved with the kitchen than anybody else, which I thought was really quite commendable.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best two-course meal. Phil has proved he's a good technical cook, but he couldn't cope under the pressure of the professional kitchen. Louise impressed in the first round with her cod and salsa verde, and she really shone in the restaurant. Can she make it 3 in a row and become the next quarter-finalist? Carvey wilted in the pro kitchen and made it through the first round despite her lumpy mash. Can she come back in the final test?
Welcome back. Today's been tough so far, but this is where the pressure really starts to mount.
You have 1 hour to present us with 2 exceptionally fine plates of food, and we will have a quarter-finalist. So cook, and cook very, very well indeed. 1 hour. Good luck.
They have just 1 hour to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one of them will win a place in Friday's quarter-final.
Tell me what you're actually cooking for us today.
For starter, I'm going to do a sea bass, just pan-fried, and that's going to sit on some braised fennel. Then I'm going to do a vanilla sauce and some langoustines as well.
Vanilla sauce?
Yes.
Louise, do you have a style of cooking? Because you cook at home all the time.
Yeah.
Can you define your style of cooking?
I just tend to do traditional. I'm a bit old-fashioned. And
Vanilla sauce, traditional? If I read it on a menu, it wouldn't be going anywhere near my mouth. I just wouldn't touch it.
I mean, Louise has the base of what could be an extraordinary dish. There's some beautiful flavours there already. Is there really a need for Louise to put vanilla in a sauce? What are you cooking for us, Carvey?
I'm making king prawns in a light coconut soup and a weeping tiger on a bed of noodles and vegetables.
A weeping tiger?
It's Thai-style steak.
Carvey, is this the sort of food that you like to eat all the time?
Obviously, being Indian, growing up in an Indian house, I quite like my spicy food.
You've got some nice flavourings here. If it's done right, it should be completely refreshing. Are you confident?
Nobody professional has ever tasted this, but I've never had a bad response for it, so...
I'm watching that intricate prep. I'm seeing the ginger, the chilli, the limes go in. I wouldn't mind getting my lips around that.
You've got 15 minutes left.
Technical cook Phil has planned a menu he thinks will impress the judges.
Phil, tell us what you're cooking for us.
For the first course, I'm just doing tower of girole with quail's eggs and a roasted garlic dressing. And then the main is a almond crusted hake with broad bean puree and a salsa verde.
And these two dishes will see you through to the quarterfinal?
Fingers crossed, hopefully they'll pull them off, yeah. It should work within the time restriction as well, which is obviously the main thing.
Phil's take, I like the idea of, with the almond crust. Mushrooms and quail's eggs, good combination. But can he get them to work on a plate? You have 6 minutes left.
With seconds to go, Phil realises he's forgotten something crucial.
OK, that's it. All done now. All done. All finished.
International cook Carvey has made a king prawn Thai coconut soup. Then Weeping Tiger, a Thai-style steak on stir-fried noodles.
These are big strips of ginger in here, is that right?
They are, yeah.
Wow. And big strips of chilli. I like the heat of the chilies, I like the depth of that flavour, I love the texture of those prawns and that creamy soup. I like it all, a lot, because that's my type of food.
I quite like the heat of the chilli. I quite like the taste of the ginger.
Well, let's move on to your main course of Weeping Tiger. Let's see how we go. I've got to say, for me, after having that great flavoured soup, I was expecting that to be a really fresh, seared piece of beef with lovely, juicy noodles, and it's not delivering that right now.
I'm sorry, Carvey, it looks very amateurish to me. I think if I'd have been out all day in the cold and I came home and you gave me this, I'd love you for it. But as a dish to get you through a cookery competition, it doesn't match up to your starter.
And this is something I've been doing for a long time, and like I said before, everybody loves it, so I'm shocked and obviously a little bit disappointed.
Phil has created wild mushrooms and quail's egg with spinach and a roasted garlic dressing. And for his main, he's done an almond-crusted hake with broad bean puree and salsa verde. But will his small errors cost him big?
How are you, Phil?
A bit stressed. I kind of lost track of the time towards the end, so I just kind of rushed it all, plating it up, and not really had time to check seasonings and everything.
Very meaty mushrooms, the soft spinach and the garlic dressing, but you are right about your timing, and you should have checked your seasoning. Such a shame, because I think actually it's a really good dish, and with a little tweak, it would have been magical.
The textures are great, but it's a shame with your seasoning, but I do really, really admire your style.
Cheers.
Let's talk about your hake dish as well. Hake, a fish which is underused. It's such a shame. It's a beautiful fish. Crisp almonds, lovely fish, wonderful broad beans, and unfortunately, again, we don't have the seasoning.
Yep.
It's a bit flat.
Yep.
I think it's a very, very good puree. I love the texture. Sweetness of the peas, crunch of the onion. I think you've got some very, very nice ideas. Very, very nice ideas.
Louise has made sea bass on poached fennel with a vanilla sauce. Then a main course of pan-fried venison with mash, roasted beetroots and wilted spinach.
I can tell you now, I would eat the whole lot if there wasn't a bit of vanilla in it. My biggest problem is, as soon as that food hits my mouth, before it even goes in there, the fragrance, the perfume of that vanilla knocks out the centre of my palate. Gone. And that doesn't allow me to taste the food.
It's not working, and it's not working for me at all.
Can we move on from your sea bass and custard to your venison with roasted beetroot and garlic?
I think you've got some very, very nice ideas. I think the venison is lovely. I think the mashed potato is beautifully smooth. That, to me, smacks of a very honest and confident cook.
Earthy beetroot, distinctive flavour of venison, lovely creamy mash, great textures. I can see in you something which says you can really cook.
We, of course, now got the daunting task of selecting a quarter-finalist, because, as you know, after this decision, 2 of you will be going home. Thank you.
Oh, my head is about to explode.
Let's start with Carvey. Although the bowl of prawn soup was probably the best thing I've eaten all day, I think our Weeping Tiger noodles and steak, it wasn't that good.
It's too amateurish, it lacks finesse, it lacks flavour, it lacks style.
I'm really shocked that something that I've made so many times didn't come out right on the day, so I'm a bit disappointed with that.
I think that her journey at MasterChef is over because I do not believe that Carvey has the same sort of skills as Phil and Louise have. Now, what about Louise? My biggest problem is that her perception of what is good food was not.
What I'd mixed together in terms of ingredients were obviously I was trying too hard and I think they were spot on.
She made the beautiful bisque, she put vanilla in it. I don't think she would ever do anything like that ever again, because there is absolutely no doubting her cooking ability.
OK, so let's talk about Phil. Those mushrooms and that spinach and that egg and those croutons and that dressing, if it had been seasoned properly, it would have been like best dish of the day. He said to us first thing, I didn't have time to season my food. Season your food. It's the difference between a really plain, ordinary piece of food and something which is delicious. It's such a shame.
I totally lost track of the timings towards the end. Really didn't leave enough time to plate up, check the seasoning, so I think I messed it up a little bit.
For me, he's struggling to lift his food from good home food into serious competition food.
He ran out of time, and it wasn't put together, and it wasn't seasoned, and it wasn't right. But I still really like Phil's food. I can tell you now, the person going through today has gone through by the skin of their teeth. Our quarter-finalist. Our winner today Louise. Congratulations.
Really disappointed, but to be honest, I think Louise today performed the best. She definitely wants to win it, so hopefully she will.
Unfortunately for me, I didn't pull it off today. So I'm just, upset.
Yeah, I'm just in shock. I've never got this far in a competition before, I'm shocked to bits. I'm going to push it harder. I thought I'll put 120 into it now.
Quarterfinals, our best 4, and we're looking for a semi-finalist.
So nice, it actually gets me quite emotional.
Out of 10, I'll give you 11.
Passion, fear, tears, and very good food.